The smell in the air right now it's like spring. A lot of the snow has melted in the last, I think it's been 3 days since I was here last. Water's up a little bit in the creek. I figured I'd come check out the waterfall, see what that's like. The moss on this rock, it's all uncovered from snow, but each one of these little leaves is stiff. It's covered in a little layer of frost. So it's just below zero right now. And what a spot. I'm almost standing directly beneath that massive tree. Let me see if I can get into the middle here. What a spot, wow. Simply look at the size of the boulder right in front of me, right here. No way I'm moving that. What a precariously placed tree. I don't really see a spot that I could dig here. I'm gonna head down the river a little bit. My theory, based on another creek that I have dug, basically in the first 25% of our shovels, I found half of our gold. And that was in the top foot. That's where all the gold was. That was the flood gold. We were aiming for bedrock. We never actually made it to bedrock. But once we got through the top foot, there was almost nothing all the way down. Gold is heavy, it likes to sink, but it only sinks within whatever layer is currently moving. So the flood gold of that last spring flood, that was enough to put a little bit of gold right on the surface. However, if it's 2 meters thick to bedrock, there's no point for gold to be right in the middle of that. Gold would probably sink until it hits bedrock and then works its way along bedrock down a creek. So the spot I was digging a couple days ago, if I'm not finding any gold in that surface and I'm just looking for stuff that's on bedrock, I may try to scope out a better location for bedrock, but I am going to give it a good shot, maybe do 5 cans after I get that one rock out and just make sure there's nothing in there before I change locations. I just love being here right now. That rock is getting taken care of, and then I'll do some pans here before moving to the next spot, if I still have time today. One thing you might notice, based on the amount of water that's here, where did it all go? Just above me, the creek actually splits into two sides. That deals with some of it. Interestingly enough, if you go right down to the highway, there's hardly any water in this creek. It actually sort of goes under the rocks for a little while. So it's clearly not got a big thick clay layer holding all the water on the surface. It kind of just trickles down through everything. Another sign that I might not be finding that gold on the surface. But there's only one way to truly find out, and that's to get panning. Here's the rock that I just pulled out of that crack. Give that a nice rinse there. Just try back panning that. Still not seeing anything that resembles, so it's got a lot of sparkly in it, but it's like a silvery color. Oh, no flash. We do have a little bit of garnet in here, some black sand. Nope, nothing really to see. I may have to use the strap after all. Sparkly. I'm gonna show this one to the camera. Again, I don't know what'll show up on camera exactly. It just looks like there's sparkles everywhere. Gold colored sparkles. Whether that's actual gold or not, might have to pocket this rock. Cool looking stuff in here. Stuff like this. Picked this one out earlier. I don't know why I would actually inspect this. I guess it's just kind of cool to look through and see everything. But if I did find a nugget big enough not to go through there, that would be quite the celebration. Get her all stratified down, nice and loose, up to the edge, and then dip, slosh, slosh. Gonna re-stratify just in case something's up at the surface there. Bring her all down into the corner. The material I'm working here, it's really loose. It just gets washed right out of the pan real easy. So any of the heavies should be holding themselves down to the bottom. Basically, this is easy panning. I'm not seeing anything around these edges or corners as I'm coming down, so I'm just keeping moving pretty quick. If you are beginning panning, something kind of cool you can do, like this is a new pan to me, and it's a new area. The panning in Alberta, I kind of got that down pretty good, but it's different here. So you can take some little lead fishing weights, or you can hammer one flat and cut it into a few pieces, and just add that in on top of every pan you do. Make sure you're getting all those little bits of lead back at the end of a pan, and then you know that you're probably capturing that gold. So we're down to the riffles here. I'm being very careful to watch around the edges, see if anything's exposing itself. And then, I'm not really seeing anything there. This is sort of where I would normally just refill with material and deal with the rest. at the very end, but since we're on camera here, I'm just gonna really carefully finish this down. Not seeing anything of interest. And then all just a little teeny bit of black sand, and not even a lot. What that tells me is I might be right that any gold that would be in the flood gold that you would actually capture in that top foot, I might have a better chance of capturing gold up there. And then anything that managed to dig this deep, it would have dug pretty deep and probably headed straight to bedrock during a massive flood, or just over time slowly working its way down, because gold will either drop straight to bedrock, or you'll see it just in the last layer that moved. So if there was enough water in the flood to move 6 inches of gravel, you'll see it right at the bottom of that 6-inch layer, and it sits on whatever's underneath there. So a big rock, it might sit on top of that. I'm not seeing anything yet, but I will do a few more pans, just really get in underneath that rock so that at least I know what's in that spot. Sorry to disappoint you if I don't find any gold, but I'm not giving up yet. I'm definitely seeing gold sparkles, but they're flat and shiny and sharp edged, and even then they're just tiny powder, but there's more as I go deeper, maybe finding some concentration. Down here, that's the area I have opened up, and I'm kind of digging down in this spot, taking pans out of there now. I know this isn't probably the way I should do it, but then I'm coming up river, and this little pool right here, I'm doing my panning in there. The water's moving really slow, and I've just got a pool, so every time my panning sort of fills up that pool, I can just shovel it off to the side and renew it. And it'll just be a little more comfortable for me on the back. A little better spot to do it. I have panned out 3 pans, and I'm going to go basically just pan out the very bottom of this one. Nice and easy. Nothing exciting in the pan. There's a little bit of some shiny stuff in there, but nothing. I think what this means for me is, sorry to disappoint everyone, not actually have any gold to show you at the end of the day. Sometimes that's just the way it works out. At the very least, I hope that you were able to experience a little bit of adventure vicariously if you're stuck in cabin fever. And I just remembered I'm standing underneath a waterfall up there. It's just a great place to be, even if I'm not finding any gold. I'm interested to hear in the comments, obviously not a known gold bearing creek, no indication that there would be gold here, other than that there's a lot of quartz and some pyrite and stuff. But should I try getting down deeper? Should I do a section where I just pan the surface of a flat spot and see what's there? Let me know if you have any suggestions, or what I should do as far as the channel. I'm gonna post this video just like I posted the last attempt, even though I didn't find gold. Maybe like this summer there was times I headed out and I didn't find any gold. I just didn't really post that. But if you want to keep seeing adventures looking for gold even when I'm not really finding it, Let me know in the comments, and I will hopefully this spring be able to have a nice sparkly cleanup at some point. Just not sure how to do it or when that'll happen. Until then, thank you for watching and have a great day.